popping in right away. She's like, good morning. I am awake and I am ready to rock this day out. Jess, can you make sure I got sound on the... Thank you. House of Goods, good morning. Good morning, you guys. I am very excited. Today we're in a new area. You guys know I always rotate you around the house. So today what I'm focused on is getting my least favorite thing to get up, but one of my favorite things to sell, which is shoes. I hate cleaning them. I've gotten incredibly behind, and I also have gotten very lazy with cleaning them. So I am now selling shoes kind of lightly cleaned, because I'm going to tell you right now, the more time you spend cleaning shoes perfectly, the less money you're going to make. So Paige Girly, welcome in. Relaxed Colby, good to see you. House of Goods, I am fantastic. How are you today? It's a happy Wednesday. This sounds good? Okay, good.
Yeah, you're going to want to turn the camera down a little bit, though, because I can see the top of the fan. So if you turn that on.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn it on.
Okay.
Yeah. Good morning, USMC. Thank you for your service. Good morning. Tenacious T. What in the hell is going on today? Sister's Closet, welcome in. Welcome in, you guys. Yeah, so here's what we're doing today. Like I said, I transfer you guys around to different parts of the house all the time. So what we're working on this morning is hard goods, which y'all know is not my favorite thing to do, but I have some stacked up that need to get taken care of. And then we're doing shoes today. So we're doing some new in box shoes, which are great because those are nice and easy because they're already brand new. And then I also am going to be cleaning some shoes with you guys today. And I thought I would just kind of show you what I'm using. So when we get to that portion, we'll go through everything. But I've got my big box of rags here. I've got my little kit back here with everything I use to clean shoes. So when we get to that portion, we're going to clean some shoes. We're going to condition some leather boots. Picked up some disgustingly amazing cowboy boots. So we're going to get those listed. And then we just got a bunch of other kind of random things that we're going to get photographed today. So this is just kind of a reseller working hour. So if you want to shout out your shows, or you got tips, or you got questions, if you're watching us over on the YouTube, make sure that you pop over to Whatnot, because I will not be able to see your comments over on YouTube. Hey, babe, can you pop over to YouTube and just leave a comment that says, hey, I can't see anything you're saying, so make sure you pop over to Whatnot if you have a question, comment, thought, or you just want to leave a trolling comment, because those are some of my favorites. So, Steph, what's going on? Pamela, good to see you. Toys and Threads, what are you doing? Oh, my goodness. Awesome. All right, you guys, well, I hope everybody's having an amazing Wednesday morning. Thanks to everybody that came out to the show last night. That was a ton of fun. We sold out of all of the toys, which was amazing because y'all know your girl doesn't want to ever put anything back in the garage. The quest, the ongoing mission of life is to have that garage cleaned out and have like a functioning workspace so that when I go out to source and I come home, I have like an area to process stuff. I'm a work in progress, guys. I mean, I'm like an ADHD everywhere person, which I know some of you guys can relate to. So tasks like that take me a very long time to do because it requires me sticking to a task and completing it. So that would be a dream. Can you imagine, you guys, stuff? Can you imagine in a world where you like get home from sourcing and there's like racks to just hang things up. There's empty hangers. There's a table for you to sort and process, a place for you to just clean things up nicely and have it like organized. I'm going to do it because I'm stubborn and I'm determined. It's going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. Oh, yes, the new overalls. This was a birthday present from the Hubs, and I freaking love them so much. You guys know I'm addicted to Duluths. God knows. God got me a pair. I love these things so much. They're so comfortable. I love them. Yeah, it's going to take a while. I dream of a day my office doesn't look like a hoarder's house. House of Goods, I dream of a day that my whole house doesn't look like a hoarder. Nicole, how are you this morning? Il Harris, good to see you. It's going to take, I know. Thank Coley. I know it's going to take a minute to get it all organized out there, but we're going to do it. Like House said, I had my first trolls last night. I guess that means I made it. House of Goods, congratulations. You're a famous person now. You've had trolls. Guys, they're my favorite. So how I handle trolls, because I don't know, this is just me. But my mom, like RIP, loved that woman so much. She was like the nicest person. So she just didn't have like a mean bone in her body. And so she didn't understand, like, if people were being mean or something, she would always do this thing like that. She'd always say, well, honey, we just need to kill them with kindness. And so that's what I do. So I always like channel my mom. My son and I were just talking about this the other day and he was cracking up. So I channel my mom. So if a troll leaves a comment that's like, you need to lose weight, or you need to your hair is crazy, or something, I always say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for noticing, I really appreciate you, I hope you're having an amazing day. And I just leave like the nicest comments for these people, and it's like they don't know what to say back, so they just like, it's just like you could see the thought bubble and they're like, okay, thanks. That's how I deal with it anyways. So good morning. I made the right decision. I was about to send those for your birthday. Oh my goodness. No, God. Oh my gosh. That would have, no. Yes. Thank you very, I appreciate. I appreciate the thought. And yeah, I woke up to these. I was so stinking excited because I love the Duluth. So, oh my gosh. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get started. So, like I said, this is Reseller Working Hour. So, if you guys want to, did we have a raid or something? We just had a whole bunch of people come in. Did I miss a raid? I think I did. I just missed a raid. Modern Roots and Rust. Thanks so much for the raid. Welcome in. I see the squirrels. I love it. Trolls have their own issues. The way you're handling them is primo. Thank you, the real gadget guy. Much appreciated. So for those of you popping in the raid, you have no idea who I am. Who's this crazy blue-haired girl? So my name is Charity, aka Nice Comps. I am a reseller out of the South Austin, Texas area. I resell everything. Last night we did a vintage toy show. Today we are doing a reseller working hour. So this is just hanging out. We are shooting the shite. We are photographing. We're cleaning shoes. We're talking shit and just doing our thing, right? So you are more than welcome to hang out. And thank you so much for the raid. So I am curious, Modern Roots and Rust, what do you sell? Number one, let's make sure we get you followed if I haven't already followed you. All right, Modern, you're followed. So number one, what do you sell? And number two, how was your show today? I am curious how it went. She sells everything. You're right. So she even sells seashells by the seashore. Fun fact, I actually just sold some shells like last month. So mostly flea markets. Awesome. Jamie is awesome. Oh, that's amazing. Well, Jamie, I'm very happy to meet you and I'm glad we got you a follow. So yes, comedy show. Perfect. Well, if you're looking for a comedy show and a shit show, welcome. You found the right place. Okay, let's go ahead and get some stuff photographed here. I do want to give a shout out real quick here to two of our friends on here. If somebody can tag them, that would be amazing. So our first one here is a newer friend of ours, and I just really, really like this chick. On here on What Name Not, her name is Junkie Punky, and she is so fun, you guys. She wears the most crazy, random, awesome kid core, like color block clothes. She sells like the most amazing clothes with like the craziest patterns you've ever seen. She's super sweet and nice. She even does like custom designing on glasses and stuff. She's just really cool. So if you like funky, fun, wild, awesome people, give her a follow. So that's Junkie Punky. And then the second person are some good friends of ours, Jacob and Ashley, and they are in the House of Coop. If someone wants, there it is, House of Coop. Thank you. Just one more. They sent me, out of the nicest of their heart, they sent me this amazing sticker as well as this really cute postcard. And this postcard just screams what they sell. So they sell like the most awesome, like MCM, like that classic rad, like 50s, 60s style, like home decor, things of that nature. So this was a postcard they sent me, and then this was the sticker, and the sticker actually is going to go right up here. I've got a board over here. So if you guys follow me, Sometimes you guys are getting this view. Other times you're getting the view of our giant, huge photo station. Sometimes you're in the shipping room. But today we are doing hard goods, so we're going to put that right up there. House of Coop, you are now up on the board. And then Junkie Punky, when I get some tape, I'm going to get you up on the board as well. So I love Jacob and Ashley. They're amazing. Just really cool people. The cool thing about this app is you're able to meet different people from all over the country that you maybe never would have met before. And it's like, here's this couple that has like the same taste in music as we do. They're a husband-wife duo doing this like Justin and I are. And they're just fun and they're nice and they're sweet and they're honest and their pricing is good. They're just good people. And that's what I'm constantly looking for, those good people. Coop, we were just bragging about you. You are now up on the board. Here, let me get a picture of it. And then I'll show you guys because you guys are pointed the opposite way today. So you are now officially up on the reseller board here. There you are, right underneath R2D2's butt. So there you are. I love House of Coop, and it's true. So you guys are up there with all the other amazing sellers. I Can Hustle All Day, Arizona Picker. We've got Groovy Grabs. We got Mom's Buying More Shit. We've got Vanessa the Kitschy Mushroom, Cool Rick's Flips. We got Trisha's Trove. We got Sheffy, D in Texas, Frenchie's Vault, Double D. So many amazing sellers up there. So, Peg, thanks for the heart. I know. Coop, you guys are going to have to get some stickers because all the nice comps crew in here is going to want to get one of those. So you got to, how do people get those stickers? Do you guys have them for sale in your buy it now? If not, you probably should, because now that it's up on the board, people are going to be looking and asking. We're working on some new ones. We always do limited runs. I love that. We do the same thing. See, I'm telling you guys, their brains think like me. This is our limited run that we're doing right now. I got 14 of those left. And then we'll be doing, I don't know. I might do another small batch of these. We have sold so many of these so fast that I'm thinking I might do another small batch. If these sell out quick, I'll go ahead and do another small batch of those before we change hair colors. Thank you for the purchase of the sticker. All right, well, now we got 13. So we're going to change the hair color here in a little bit. And then, of course, we'll have a new sticker coming out with that. So glad Jamie rated you because I'm now following you. Thank you. I'm so glad Jamie rated me too. That's amazing. Like, we don't get rated a whole lot. We're a smaller shop, so we're kind of new. I don't think we're on the algorithm really heavy or anything. So it's always so honoring and amazing when we get rated. It always makes me feel really good. And huge shout out to who was it that Almost Alabama. Almost Alabama last night. When we were getting ready to go, she suggested rating a couple last night. And they were doing a charity fundraiser. So that was really cool. So I was really happy that we got a chance to do that. That's always my favorite. Stephanie, thank you for the sticker purchase. All right, now I got 12. Thrifting over 50. I love it. Got one the other day and they're so cute. Thank you, Tenacious. Yeah, Justin designed those ones. So it's double cool because it's we're designing them and making them and everything. Merman Walla, thank you. Oh my gosh. I feel honored, you guys. That makes me all sweaty, a little emotional, and it always feels I don't know. It's always just honoring to me. So I appreciate it. Electric Owls, welcome in. Okay, let's get some pictures then. We're going to go ahead and just start here with an item. So do you guys ever do this? So when Amazon has their crazy prime, I know it's too early for tears. There's no crying in baseball. So whenever Amazon has their weird little sale days that they do, they'll have little prime sales or their blowout mega sales. Justin will usually get on and see, he's an electronics person. Guys, I don't understand electronics. I'm convinced that the internet is made of magic. I love playing video games, but that's the extent of my knowledge really when it comes to electronics. So whenever he finds something that's a really good deal, he picks them up. And these are really expensive headphones that we got for basically nothing on Amazon. So he'll just get them. He sets things in the room. And if I see things on the table in here, it tells me that it's something I'm supposed to photograph. So I just roll with it. I got no idea what it is, but it's got a barcode on it. So I should be able to find it and figure out how much it sells for pretty easy. 3 Gen Xers. Guys, make sure you follow C3 Gen here. 3JedXYZ. So you guys see, she is so amazing. She's a fellow Texas seller, and she is organizing these awesome raid trains. So we did one last month, and then we have another one coming up at the end of July. So you can, if you guys go to my bookmark shows, you can bookmark all of them, which would be amazing. And then you'll see the Texas raid train. I think it's on the 26th of July. And so I don't know what we're gonna do yet for that raid train, but something cool and fun and insane and unusual as usual. So make sure you guys go in and follow that, and then follow her. And if you guys are in Texas and you're interested in being part of the raid train, shoot her a message, because she is the one that organizes all of it out of the kindness of her heart too. Like, it's amazing. That kind of stuff takes a lot of time to like organize. So house, that's right, you are North, that's right. Yeah, I think we talked about that. So yes, you are amazing at doing that. You're definitely like, you're what I call like a better together seller. You understand that we are all better together if we all do this as a community versus just like just somebody that's like trying to do it on their own and they're all about themselves. Like, that's not you. And I love that about you. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and get some pictures done here. And while I'm doing photos, if you guys have any questions about reselling, or you just want to talk, or you got random questions, that's what this is for. We're just hanging out. Is Justin in here? I have a question about a Fovatech light. Hey, honey. We got a question for you. Tenacious has a question about a Fovatech light. Yeah, he's coming. Salvi! Squeaky, squeaky! Salvi, did you see that squeak toy that we sold last night? Who was it that got that? Was it Sola that bought that set? It is like the oldest Looney Tunes squeak toy. It's the oldest Looney Tunes toy I've ever seen. Like, it has to be like 1950s maybe squeak toy. It's a Bugs Bunny that like barely even looks like Bugs Bunny because it's so old. It's like the early toy Bugs. But I thought of you. Oh, did you see it? Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if you were there at that time, but like I thought of you when I was like squeak squeak. I was like, that's Selby. Selby's my little squeak squeak. Okay, we're gonna get some pictures here, and this is what we're gonna be photographing today, guys. We got a whole huge pile hoard in here, and then we also have a ton of shoes that we're going to be doing, including some really crazy old Jordans. So let's see. Yeah, so Justin is in the chatting with you, Tenacious. It looks like me, but that's actually him. You'll know because he'll have a response that won't be mine, because if you asked me about something like that, you know I'd be like, girl, I don't know nothing about that. I just take pictures. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get a close-up photo here of this. You guys are gonna get to see my backside a bit today. I hope that doesn't offend anyone. You're either gonna be offended or excited, I'm not sure. So we'll just get pictures of all sides of this. I like to show, when I get my pictures, I like to show that everything was sealed. So when I do these, I make sure that everything looks like it's sealed, because otherwise people will like open it and send it back and be like, excuse me, this was slightly open on the right-hand side. And really what they're trying to do is like flip the script on you and like send something back. I've learned the hard way with electronics. You got to be kind of a tough nut when it comes to electronics, because they will try to take advantage of you. I love your buyer voice. Why is it that every buyer sounds like that to me? They're like, me. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh, a meetup, a whatnot meetup. That would be fun. Houston's really far from us, I think. Hey, honey, how far is Houston? Texas is so big that it's like so crazy when someone be like, oh yeah, I'm kind of in your area. And then you look and it's like 5 hours. How far? 4 to 5 hours. Oh yeah, it's like 5 hours away. That's crazy. Like, oh my gosh, I know. That's wild. Let's see. Okay. All right. Here we go. So that's number one item. Hey baby. Yeah. Justin! What? I need an empty tub to put shite in. I need an empty tub. He says we don't have any. Are you referring to the hoarding issue? Are you telling me right now? It's a declarative statement. Like 2.5 hours from Austin? Is it really that close? I thought it was like way further than that. Let's see. I'm gonna look this up because now I'm curious. let's see. We are, how far is it? Why can't I just see directions? Houston. No, not Houston football. Stop! Google! Knock it off. Houston to Austin. This is me looking stuff up. I guess it's only, yes, honey, it's only like 2.5 hours. He don't know nothing. He knows about Fovatech lights, and that's it. Let's see. Yeah, it was like Houston was like 4 to 5 for me. Okay. Yeah. San Antonio. 4-ish from you in San Antonio. Yeah, but San Antonio is south, isn't it, for us? Why am I like, I don't know. We've only been in Texas for like a little over a year now. I guess it's been like about a year and a half. So it's like I'm still trying to learn Texas. So ask me about anywhere in Washington, I can tell you. But Bailey, good morning. Irene, good to see you. Happy Wednesday, you guys. Okay, we got to get more stuff photographed. Next up, we are going to do these. So I picked these up at a garage sale for like $5. And honey, I need something to set stuff in after I've taken a picture of it. Oh, you know what we can use? Will you grab me one of those empty post office boxes? Did you guys know? Did you know this? Did you know that at the post office, they will give you empty crates that you can bring home with you and then put all of your mailing stuff in it and then just drop the crate off and then they give you an empty crate? Did anybody else in the world not know about this? How have I been reselling for this long and I didn't know you could do that? Absolutely insane. Yeah, totally amazing. Let's see. The big cities are spread out. That's true, House. Yeah, when it comes to like, because my brother, he just moved back to Washington, but he was living up in Dallas, and I didn't realize Dallas was that far from us. It was like, oh my gosh, when he drove down here, it took forever. So, yeah. So you can do that. You can. I'd be too afraid to ask for one. So Salvi, here's the only way that I found out. I had to wait in line. Do you guys remember I was mailing some stickers to my son of our new stickers, and I didn't have any stamps. So I had to wait in line at the post office because normally I just drop it off on the little like shelf that they have. But I had to wait in line and I saw another reseller come in and he was like, hey, can I grab some more tubs? And he just dropped off the tubs. And then I was like, wait a second. I was like, can you get those? And he goes, yeah. The guy says, will you grab me one of those post office ones so I can show them? He goes, the post office worker's like, oh yeah, you can just bring your stuff in. He's like, do you bring a lot of stuff in? I was like, yeah, I bring a lot of stuff in. Sometimes after whatnot short, I have to drive to the back of the post office because we got so many boxes. And he goes, oh yeah. He goes, yeah, how many do you need? And I was like, how many can you give me? So I started out with like 5 or 6 of these. This is what they look like. And they literally just give you these. And then you just put all the packages in it. And then you just drop it off on the counter. And then you just say, hey, can I get some more of the boxes? And the guy just hands them to you. I was like, I have been buying tubs and IKEA bags and stuff to take places, and this is all we needed. What's that freaking free thing? They had me drive to the back to pick them up. Bailey, there you go. See? I'm telling you. The make here just leaves on my porch since I got so many whatnot packages. Oh, Haas, that would be amazing. So the HOA that we're in, like the postal people will not come to the doors. Like, I mean, maybe if we were in a fancier neighborhood, I don't know. We are, we're sweatpants we are sweatpants fancy family here. So anyways, our mail carrier won't do that. I can like put in for each individual package to be picked up, but they may or may not scan it. So I don't do any of that. I wish I could though, because the drive to the post office all the time is definitely a pain in my butt. Pain in the booty. Where I work, I'm cool with the mail guy. So even if I need one, I would ask. Salvi, you're so cute. I'm sorry, I should have told you. Riz, that's okay. I just didn't know. I mean, I didn't even know it was a possibility. I'm just glad that I had to go in to buy stamps so that I could see that the guy did that. Because like I said, we either usually take like these tubs, right? If we can find empty ones, but they're usually full of stuff because, we sell and process a lot of stuff. But with these, this is so great. So yeah, so hopefully I helped somebody else out today too. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask. I mean, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? So you got this. Salvi, I believe in you. You know I do. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get a picture of these. So these, I did not comp these. I paid $5 for these at a garage sale. They're literally brand new. Should we look them up and see what they're worth? I am curious. So let's see if we can find out what these are worth? So these are, we're going to look on eBay. The Invisible Shoe Defender 703. Let's see. These are, let's see, let's go to filter. Let's go to brand or sold items. So these were to 30, probably 30 bucks. 30, 30, 45 for those with the box. So not bad for $5. I was like, for me, it's like I usually, if I see a pair of shoes for anything under $5 and it's new in a box, I'll pick it up. Exception. I stopped picking up like the like Amazon women's fast fashion shoes a long time ago. But when I first started doing reselling, I didn't know what to pick up. I mean, everybody's new. You start somewhere, right? I think a lot of times the mistakes you make in this business are the blessings that you get in this business, because that's how you learn how to do this, right? So I bought a lot of shoes at the beginning. I am telling you, those took so long to sell because with Amazon, people are getting free shipping. And so you have to budget that into the price that you're going to send them for, because you're not doing free shipping. And so they wind up just being like worth hardly anything. And they take like so long to sell, because I think people would rather get them on Amazon because they can get them shipped to them faster and stuff like that. So anyways, I stopped buying those a long time ago. Dizzy. Oi, oi, oi. Happy to see you. Deals Master Kim, welcome in. Oh, you found them on the Amazon list. Perfect, Tenacious. Wonderful. Yeah, we've got, hey, if anyone is interested, Justin prints this out too. If you guys screenshot this right now, then you go into your photos in your phone. You should be able to follow this. This has a ton of resources for you. It's got the links to get free shipping supplies. It's got the master keywords list that we made. It's got the reseller guide that Laura made that we always talk about. If you're a new reseller and you need a guide to help you start somewhere, it is a wonderful guide. I did not write it, but this gal Laura wrote it. She's incredible. And she taught me how to do this. And so I love that. On here, on that link, there's also our Amazon list that has all the different supplies and equipment that we use. It's got tips and tricks. It's got links to all of our social accounts, tons of free stuff on there. So it's a little link tree if anybody's interested in checking that out. The master keywords list is great, everyone. Thank you so much, Tenacious. Yeah, it took me a long time to put together, but I mean, I love that I put it together for you guys because it forced me to like be organized and put it together. So now my listings are even going up faster, because before I was typing a lot of stuff out versus like just, copy pasting, which is, I know it's silly, but it's how my brain works. So I actually opened the Grateful Dead poster finally. Dude, that's a sick poster. That print is amazing. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and get these photographed. So usually shoes that come in a box, what I like to do is I like to photograph the box with it, just so people know that the box is part of the situation. So we're going to get this, that side of the box looks better. And then I like to do motion pictures, meaning that the item looks like it's in motion. So a lot of people will use shoes where they just have them like looking like that, where they're not moving or anything. I like to pop one of my shoes up so that it looks like the shoe is in motion. It just helps people to see kind of what it's going to look like when they wear it. And I think that helps them to purchase it. I need my inserts. Just a second. I need these. These have been one of the greatest little purchases I ever got from the biz. They make shoes. So like these ones look all collapsible in the front. They just don't look good like that. So I just pop in one of these little foot insert things, and it literally makes the shoe look amazing. I love these so much. These were a recommendation actually from Laura. So I'm telling you guys, she's amazing. Laura, Wild and Almost Free. I love her so much. She is a fantastic person. Okay, there is that. There is that. And then we will get a photo of that, see how that looks. And then move right along. Let's see, I think we're going to need to move our kit is going to be in the way here. We'll just move that over here. This is our little my little shoe cleaning kit. We'll move this, and we'll move that, and we'll move this like this and like that and like this and it's like that and like this and like that and it's like this and like that and like this and and we just chill to the next episode. All right, perfect. There's that. And then we're just going to get all sides of them. I love having this little Lazy Susan because it's just so easy. I don't have to like move stuff around. I don't know if anybody else does it like that, but it's wonderful to not have to move, to pick the shoes up and put them down and pick them up and put them down and pick them up and put them down. It's just can be so annoying. May I see the scan image? Absolutely. I'll go ahead and hold this up. I'll do a 10-second countdown. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then if you go into your photos in your phone, you should be able to follow that link just from there. So yeah, so if you follow that link, scroll down, you'll see get free USPS shipping supplies, and then you'll see get free UPS shipping supplies. That includes UPS has boxes that don't have any writing on the outside, so you can ship them normally. And then also you can get free shipping labels there for your thermal printer so that you don't have to buy them. You are very welcome. Always here to help you guys save money. That is it. I try to operate this business on a shoestring budget as much as humanly possible. So I like to help other people save money if I can. All right, and then we're gonna get a picture of these actually in. Oh, I gotta get the insides and bottoms too. So we're gonna do insides clean, and then we're gonna show bottoms and clean, and boom. Okay, so there's that, and then get these all stuff back in, make them look nice and beautiful. And then we'll just classify these as like an open box, because I can't say that they're brand new because they're literally like they've been taken out of the box. They probably have a little dust on them, but that'll show that they come with extra shoelaces and everything. So there is that, and away we go. All right, next up, another pair of shoes. Picked these up for $5 as well at a yard sale, and well, dusty box. These are a pair of brand new Converse slides. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Pixie Dust Treasures, thank you. Oh my God, honey, we have 10 stickers left. Wow. Those went way faster than I thought they were going to. We probably should have ordered more. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for getting that. Yes. Oh my gosh, House of Goods. All right, we got 9 stickers left. Oh my God. This has gone way faster than what we assumed. Y'all, the Nice Comps crew has showed up. All right, so we're going to get a picture of these puppies here and in their little box. This is going to sound weird, but this smells really good inside. I don't know how to describe it. It like smells like, I don't even know, something really good. I don't know. Somebody that owned these like smelled good or something. Oh my gosh. I know I'm going to change my hair color sooner than I thought. I'm not ready yet. I just made it blue. I'm starting a whatnot book with everything I learned on my journey and covering it in stickers. Pixie dust. I love that. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, Dawn. You guys, there's only 6 left. Oh my God. Justin, you were right. All right. Okay. Oh my God. Dizzy, you guys. Fudge. You all make me feel so good. So, okay. You know, we all have our like self-doubt moments. Like, I remember when I first started going live, I started out by going live, Selfie. Good, you guys. I started out by going live over on the Tiki Talkies, and I didn't think anybody would ever watch me. Honest to God, I was like, I just got so tired of sitting in this room and taking pictures and working and not having anyone to talk to, right? Like I could talk to Justin, but he's working and doing his own thing. And so I'm in here. So I just went live one day and I was like, I don't know if anyone's ever going to watch this. And I think Jay Licious was one of the very first people that found me. Dizzy was soon after that. And it's just been so crazy because then Tiki Talkies bananaed me for showing labels and talking about brands. So I'm like, well, I'm never going live on there again. And so then I started doing these. And I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know if anyone's going to follow over. I don't know if anyone's going to watch here. So there's always like that self-doubt. You know, we all have our like little self-doubt things. And I'm a fairly confident person, but I also just like any human emotions, you get those feelings of like, gosh, am I being weird? Is anyone going to want to watch this? So when we went to order stickers this time, I told Justin, I was like, I don't think we need that many. You know, people already bought the stickers the first time, so I don't know if they're going to want to buy them again. And he was like, I think we should order quite a few of them. And I was like, no, let's just order a small batch. And he was like, no, he's like, I really think we should order. I'm like, just order a small batch. It's fine. And now we're almost sold out. So, honey, you get to have that moment and do the I told you so dance. Have you guys ever seen our I told you so dance? So in our family, if we were right about something, we do an I told you so dance, and it goes something like this. I told you so, so don't forget I told you so. So Justin gets to do an I told you so dance at me. I just ordered custom stickers for myself for the first time. Pixie Dust Treasures. By the way, anyone that follows me, I will follow you back for sure after the show is over. So let's make sure. Pixie, are you doing shows yet? Is anyone doing shows? Has anyone put their shows in down below? I heard people talking about you the other night. All good stuff. Oh my God, Stephanie, really? You guys make me feel all gushy inside. Oh my gosh, Justin knows. I know, verklempt. That's it. I feel verklempt. You need to call 555-4444. Discuss. Oh my gosh, that is such an old reference. If anybody got that in here, I'm going to be shocked. Obviously, Dizzy knows, but that's crazy. I love supporting Reach, milestones, and new sellers. Pixie, me too. I appreciate it. Gosh, you guys, making me feel all good. So Don says, read up. Did I already get it? Let's see. Did you say, love finding y'all, give them away on my show and promote you as a new seller? That's amazing. Thank you. That makes me feel really good. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yes. And on Tuesdays, we do a costume. So I used to do like crazy, huge, full costumes. And I loved it, but I would get so sweaty during the shows. I would feel like I was going to pass out. So now I usually do like a funny shirt, crazy hat. We are going to be making a really sick background. There's only one person that knows what's going to be on the background, and she's in here right now, and that's Dizzy, because Dizzy sent me a link. And Dizzy, I know you know what I'm talking about, sent me a link of some wallpaper we're going to be getting that's absolutely disgusting. I'm so excited to get it, and that'll be our new background for our room. So Kay says, I'll be doing my second live show probably this evening, selling some health and beauty items, but also have a ton of clothes and shoes as well. Guys, make sure you give Kay's Boutique 101 a follow. Let's give Dawn Morning a follow. And let's get in there and bookmark some of their shows. Even if you're not sure if you can make it to it, it just helps them to kind of like get their shows pushed out and stuff. So let's make sure we follow them. Oh my gosh. Tenacious says I got the reference too. That's my accent. Tenacious, it feels like it is. Are you a Jersey girl? That's so bad. I am so bad with accents, you guys. Oh, I love supporting sellers too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm getting that. We are literally going to use that wallpaper that you sent me that link of. It is, New York. She's from New York. She's going to have a coffee. Is that right? Was I even close? I challenged myself to 30 shows in 30 days, 2 shows today. Pixie Dust, you got this. I love that. Oh my gosh. You are so seen, Tenacious. My Jersey heart is hurting from your attempting at the accent. Let's see. Can I even do a Jersey? I can't. Okay. All right. Admit time. I don't know if it has something to do with like the way that my brain works, but I have a really hard time understanding people when they have any sort of accent besides just bottom biscuit basic American chick, which is basically what I speak, right? Like, and so and this is something my whole life I have a really hard time with, and my brain can't process it right. I don't know if it's the dyslexia or what it is, but we live with subtitles on in our house. So Justin, if we're out somewhere and someone says something to me in a really strong accent, or they say something like in like an English accent or anything, he literally has to decipher for me. So when we went back home to visit his family for the first time, my husband's from Vermont, and he's from like old school Vermont. Like, this is like the families have been there for like 15 generations. There's a very strong, interesting, it's like a drawl mixed with like a little Southern mixed with like a Boston flair, right? So his Uncle Dennis has this really strong accent. So we're out on the front porch, and you guys know Justin's a huckster, right? He's funny. He like makes jokes about everything. We live a very funny, hilarious kind of life. And so I told him before we went, he was like, my uncle has a really strong accent. He's like, I'll make sure I decipher what he's telling you. So I'm like, oh my God, is he gonna decipher and really say what the guy is saying? Or is he gonna pretend like Mouth did on the Goonies and totally pretend that he's saying something else? So we get out there on the front porch. It's just me and his Uncle Dennis. And it's Dennis is sitting on the porch. I'm standing. And then Justin's behind him. And his uncle, literally, this is how he talks. He's like, hey, y'all, the old bot down, the old bot, yeah. I am not exaggerating. That's literally what he sounds like. And so I don't know what he's saying. I have no idea. And he goes, yeah, bot da, yeah. And I'm like, oh. And Justin is just back there, and Justin shakes his head yes. And I'm like, oh, yeah, yeah. And then he would say something other, like, yeah, on the all bit, yeah, yeah. And his uncle would laugh. And Justin would go, say no. And I'd be like, no. And so after we left, I was like, okay. I was like, were you telling me the real things to say? Or were you just like doing the opposite? And now your uncle thinks I'm crazy. He's like, oh no, I wanted my family to like you. He's like, it was all true. He's like, I'm like, okay, thank you. Because I totally thought I was going to have a Mouth moment when you guys know what I'm talking about in the Goonies. When Mouth is doing, he's deciphering Spanish, and he's saying things that the woman is not saying, and the housekeeper gets all freaked out. It's such a good part of the movie. But that's me. I have such a hard time with accents, so I can't even believe I just admitted that on here, but it's true. Uncle Dennis has no idea how roasted he's getting. No, because Uncle Dennis does not know how to get on the internet. They just got dial up in Vermont. Anyone from Vermont is here is like, hey, wait a second. Beautiful country. No cell phone reception. Oh my gosh, we do. We only have 4 stickers left. That's insane. Yeah, definitely not old money people though. They're not old money people. No, neither Justin and I come from wealthy families. We're about as blue collar as you can get it. Tenacious is a thick Long Island accent. I love it. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Oh, you guys are so fun today. This is great. Let's see. What does Dawn sell? I sell loose gemstones, jewelry, seeds, estate items, and more. Certified diamondologist. 2 years on Whatnot. Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, guys, make sure you give Dawn a follow. That's amazing. I leave and come back to 4 stickers. I know. Just one more. I'm like, we were talking about the stickers, so they just kept going. I'm like, oh my God, we only have 4. So, I mean, Justin was 100% right. We should have ordered more. We're going to have to maybe order like another small batch or something because I just made my hair blue. I worked with someone who had a thick Jamaican accent. I could understand him, but felt bad for others couldn't. He would get so frustrated to repeat. Well, and that's the worst part too. It's like, it's not their fault. It's me. I just, for some reason, I have a really hard time with accents. I mean, guys, I almost failed out of first grade. This is not a joke because back when I was in school, they didn't have words like neurodivergent. They didn't have words like dyslexia. People talked about it a little bit, but it wasn't really thought of. ADHD, they didn't think girls had it. I mean, I'm an old lady, right? And so when I was in school, there really wasn't a word for what I was struggling with, but I was having such a hard time phonetically with being able to write words down and be able to remember them. And so towards the end of first grade, I guess my teacher, Mrs. Parr, came to my mom and said, hey, we don't know what's going on with her, but she's really super smart. We can't let her move forward without her being able to do these simple words and stuff like that. And so my mom and my aunt Tina actually worked with me. And what worked for me, which now we have found out that this is a way that they help people that have like kind of a spicy brain like me, is to be able to put things into a rhythm in a song. And so this is how I learned how to speak correctly and how to spell, was we did everything like this. So we be like, how do you spell bonus? A B to the O to the N to the U to the S. That's a bonus. So everything was a word. And so we'd go around in my house, and my mom would hold on to my waist, or I'd hold on to hers. and my Aunt Tina lived with us at the time, and we'd literally walk around the house, and they'd be like, a cat. How do you spell a cat? A cat goes a C to the A to the T. That's a cat. And so everything became that. And that's how I learned. And so when I went to school, even like when I went to school outside of high school, that's how I learned stuff. Is I put a little thing to it and a little song so I can remember. So that's just that's a look into my brain. And for anyone that has worked with people that have kind of the stuff that I got going on up here, you'll know that doing the songs and a rhythm is how you get it to work. And so that works really well for me. I know my mom was amazing. Ugh, miss her every day. Jenny, what are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, gosh, you guys, amazing. We got such a great chat going on today. All right, let's get these done here. So we got our Converse, we're gonna get photographed. And then, like I said, I like to take that second shoe and kind of put it in motion. So if you look at it like that, that's how it looks. So we're gonna go ahead and get a picture here of our Converse. Wonderful, get a picture of that. And then we'll do sides, back, side, and then we will do the flip here, and then we'll do these as open box because there's just a little bit of dust on the bottom. I'm pretty weird about stuff. I will only put something as new if it's like new, like crazy new, perfect new. I don't usually put stuff as new otherwise, just because it's not worth it to me to have someone complain about the item. Like, I got this and they said it was new and it's not. So I just don't, Mama don't play that game anymore. I just put it as used and they're getting a good deal. I'm happy. Everyone's making money. Moving right along. She is watching me smile. Yes, and like Pixie said, make sure we follow each other and bookmark each other's shows. Hal says, I studied music therapy in college, and there's a ton of research on how music and rhythm affects the brain. That's incredible. Yeah. So, like I said, when I was in school, I grew up in a really small little town. That coupled with the fact of the era that it was, I just turned 48 years old, you guys. So not too bad, right? Not bad. Trolls for comment or compliment. So back then in the 80s, there just wasn't, they didn't have stuff to help people. They didn't know about that kind of stuff yet. So it's really cool that we're in an era now where people there's just more access to understanding how that stuff can really help you. So great, June. Welcome in. Rachel, welcome in. Heavenly Boutique. I just love seeing you guys in here. Thrift for Fun is back in action. Yeah, I just turned 48 on the 13th, which is so crazy. I don't feel like it. Like, I literally feel like I'm like 16 inside. My back feels like I'm 180, but oh, thanks, Diz. Oh, I appreciate you guys. Vinyl Cannon. I know. Trolls for. There's no filter on here either. This is my iPad. Forever 29. Levi, you know it. I celebrate my 29th birthday every year, which is really interesting because my son is 29 this year. So, no, he's 30. Oh my God. Isaiah's going to be 30 this year. Oh my goodness. You guys want to see a picture of my handsome guy? This is when I had to brag and show my son, because you guys know I have, oh my God, we text every day like 100 times a day. So this is my guy here. He's here with my nice comp stickers. He's got his pink sticker and his blue sticker. So, I mean, I think we look a lot alike, actually. Like, I think so anyways. That's my guy. Yeah, he's a handsome. He's going to be 30 in October. So I know, I think he does look like me. Like, we look like ridiculously similar. Yeah, he's turning 29 again as well. That's what we were talking about the other day on the phone, is how is it possible that you're turning 29 again this year and so am I? He goes, I know, it's just a miracle how that works. It is. Yeah, he's great. Isaiah is his name. And he is the love of my life. I just love him to death. So 95, yep, 1995, that's him. What's up, Robin? Good to see you. Y'all look the same age. Oh my God, you guys are getting me all in the feels today, for the love of good gravy. All right, got a couple things here, some more boxed items we're gonna go ahead and get photos of. So our first one here looks like this is a limited edition. It's upside down, so we're going to go ahead and take this. Now, with these kind of things, too, when I sell, like, perfume stuff like this, especially if it's still in its box, I always go through it and make sure that it is actually looks new. And, like, it hasn't, doesn't, like, nothing's been sprayed out of it, because it's really picky where you can sell items now. So I saw a thing about eBay the other day. I don't know if anybody else saw this, but it said for you to sell perfume. Now, maybe someone is going to clarify this for me in here, but I believe it said for you to sell perfume now on eBay, and it has to be new, and it can't ever have come out of the box, is what I saw, which is interesting. I didn't look into it. I don't know for a fact that that's true. I just saw a post about it, so I was curious about that. He is a reseller too. Yeah. So he does a couple different things. He is launching his own clothing line. It's called Coming Hot. I'll show you guys what it looks like here. So him and a friend of his, just a second, let me get to it. His friend is been a journey lineman for like forever. His dad was a lineman. They're like generational linemen. So he has a company called Coming Hot, and it is a clothing company for linemen. So it's got a lot of flame resistant, fire resistant stuff. But what they've done is rather than just having it look like regular workwear, they have designed their stuff to look more like streetwear look, so that these guys can like go out and work for the day, because linemen work insane hours. So they can go out and work because they're usually on call, but then they could go out to dinner in what they're wearing as well. So it's kind of like a multi-use. And so all their stuff is made in the USA. So my son designed all of these. So he's got, this one is hilarious. It says, Daddy's working the pole so mommy doesn't have to, which is so funny. So they got hoodies and t-shirts and all sorts of stuff. And then they also have hats, these really amazing hats. You guys probably have seen Justin wear these before. So they have hats. We sold one of these off of Justin's head onto Whatnot before they had been released on the website, which is so crazy. So they've got hats. So they got all of that. And then they also have their flame resistant line, which this is going to be your like apparel that they would actually wear out on the line. And it's all like, and there's only a few things up here because they're getting all their stuff back from the manufacturer this week to go up online. That's what he's working on today, is inventory. So he does that. And then he also does reselling. So he's the one that got me into this. So short version of how it happened is at the time I was doing marketing. I was doing like social media and digital marketing for companies. And then he was working for years and years and years. Isaiah did he used to go into Domino's, like pizza places, and he would help to restructure the business if the business was having a hard time. So he did general managing, and he started out as a sign weaver at 15 and just kind of kept moving up. But he wanted to get out of it. He got tired of doing it. And so he started, I think, probably watching people on YouTube or whatever. And so he went to the thrift store, got like a headlight, sold this headlight for some ungodly amount of money, and then just kept making money and selling things. And I kept saying to him, man, I need to get into this reselling thing. Man, I need to get into this reselling thing. Man, I need to get into this reselling thing. Then when my mom passed and I had all of her decor, I started listing that stuff because I was like, well, I need it out of my house. I don't have room for all this. I don't have the space for 2 households in a household. And so I started doing that. Fell in love with it so much that now I do this full time. So I have my son to thank for this business that I love so much. So that just makes me feel like so good that he's the one that pointed me to this. So he does that. And then he's also doing like bouncing on Fridays and Saturday nights. He is a busy guy working his butt off while they're trying to get this business launched. So yeah, so that's a little something about, I am very proud. Yeah, so they can go to lunch looking normal. Kitten, exactly. Because a lot of the clothes that these guys have to wear, like all the high vis stuff, it just looks so workwear. It doesn't have that, like, I just want to stop in and get a bite of lunch and just feel like a regular person without having like my work uniform on. So I'm very proud. He's working his butt off. Thanks you guys for listening. How can we follow his clothing line? So I believe they have social media. I know that that's the next thing that he's working on is getting their social media pumped up. So you can find him if you guys want to follow him. That would be amazing. Because they're just kind of getting their social media together. So here is his Instagram. It's just Coming Hot Clothing. If you guys can give him a follow, that would be so great. Um, and then also, I believe I think they might have a TikTok. I'm not really sure. Um, let's see, let me take a look because he's not really, oh yeah, they have a TikTok. It's just very, very small. So yeah, if you guys want to follow them on the TikTok, they only have 9 followers so far. So it's like I said, they're kind of just getting it together. And I'm sure they probably have a Facebook too. So I'll go ahead and type it in here. It's Coming Hot Clothing. So yeah, if you guys want to give him a follow, it's a great way to support an entrepreneur. Like I said, everything that they're making, they're doing all made in the USA. So it's just really cool. It like makes me feel good because you guys know, if any of you have ever followed me, you know I'm a sucker for made in the USA. I'm a sucker for vintage. I'm a sucker for all that stuff. So I love that so much. Yeah, pass it on. Absolutely. My second mom used to work for APS in Arizona. She's retired now. However, she was in charge of linemen there. I'll send the info to her. Oh my God, that would be just Andy, that would be so amazing. What a huge blessing that would be. That would be so, so wonderful if you could do that. I know that they're working really hard. There's a catalog or something that linemen can order out of, but they've been working really hard trying to get into that. So it's just, it's the beginning of a business. And so that's really, oh my gosh, you guys, thanks so much. Bless the energy of use. I know, right? Our kids have a different perspective of the world and it's worth listening to sometimes. I agree. What phone do you have for photos? This is an iPhone 14, I think. It's not one of the new ones, but it's something. Yeah, so it takes good pictures. Yeah, thanks you guys. I appreciate that. Okay, let's go ahead and get our Pink Candy limited edition perfume here. We'll get this photographed and then this will be classified as like open box. Like I said, I know that there is a whole bunch of new rules with eBay for what you're allowed to sell as far as perfumes and stuff go. So I am gonna have to look into that because this is stuff that I don't usually sell. I don't usually do perfumes, but if I go to a garage sale and I see something like this for $1, thank you so much, Diz. Oh God, thank you for putting the link in there. You guys are so amazing. I'm telling you, this Nice Comps crew that we have, you guys, this community is like, you guys are all so giving and helpful and freaking awesome. I hope that each of you can feel how much I appreciate you. And that is like human moment from the bottom of my heart. I really crazy appreciate you. You guys are helping all of our dreams come true. And it makes me feel good. It's too early for crying, so we're not doing that. Resale fanatics, welcome in. Karis, welcome in. All right. Next up here, we got another lot of perfumes. And this looks old to me. So it's like a little 4-pack. We got Celine Dion perfumes. Let's see, what do we got here? Looks like the top is popped a little bit on that. Let's get that back in there. There we go. So, and all these kind of things I usually do open box because I am not in the business of trying to say something's new if it's not. So we're going to get our little cool heat gun here and we're going to very carefully heat up this little sticker on the edge so that we can get, got to be careful and not hit the plastic. Want to get that little sticker peeled off there. You can only sell new on eBay unless it is sold under vintage bottles. Okay, that is good to know. Thank you, Pixie. Yeah, so I normally do like shoes, hats, and clothing is kind of my normal jam and jelly. And so whenever I'm selling stuff that's not that, it's like I have to learn the rules. But because we're garage sale sourcers, I just never really know what I'm going to find. So if I see stuff like this, I'm just not going to leave it behind. So we're just going to peel this little sticker off. I love that little heat gun. It's so amazing. I used to use a blow dryer, but it would just take so long to do it. And that little heat gun. You just got to be careful with the heat gun. If you guys get one of those, be careful because it can heat everything up. So, all right, let's get a picture of this one here. And let's see, this bottle is flipped backwards. So we're gonna take these out and put these the right direction, because that is not the correct direction. He's got to spin it. Come on. I said, come on. Oh my gosh. This is me trying to do delicate lady things. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Why is that so hard to get out of there? God, good gravy. Okay, there's that. And then this one's backwards too. So there we go. Just got to face them the right direction. All right. Celine Dion, limited editions. I wonder what this is worth. I always wonder with this stuff because I don't comp anything really anymore. I mean, I haven't comped anything in quite a while, which is funny because my name is Nice Comps. But I don't comp things very often unless they're like really insanely obscure. Every once in a while when we're garage sailing, I'll have Justin comp something if I'm just really unsure. But because I do live garage sailing here on Saturdays on Whatnot, so I don't have use of my phone because I'm streaming for you guys. So I don't have a way to really comp stuff. So every once in a while I'll have Justin do it. But Jazzy Jamie is here. Guys, make sure you follow Jazzy Jamie. She's a new friend of ours, and she is a newer reseller here on Whatnot. Really sweet, sweet lady. If you guys can give her a follow, that'd be amazing. Awesome. Good. Thanks you so much. 4 stickers left, you guys. That's so crazy. You're very welcome. Does anyone know about cosmetics? As long as they are unopened and new, are they good to go, or do you have to check the batch on an app? That's a good question. Tiff Trip, that's a good question. If anybody knows the answer to that, that would be amazing. I do not know the answer to that. Let's see. Oh, this is supposed to go inside, I think. It's just, this box has seen better days. The item itself is new, but the box has seen better days. All right, there's that, and that, and that. Let's get a picture of our Celine. And then out of curiosity, I think I might do just a quick comp look up on this. I'm just curious. Kind of get a picture here of all the different bottles, what's in here. And then we'll do a picture of the back. And then, of course, get our UPC because that's going to help Nifty to list this. So the nice thing with Nifty too, because I use Nifty as my cross-listing software, the nice thing with this is that when I put that barcode in on Nifty, it'll automatically make a listing for me, which is amazing. So I love that. Okay, so let's take a look here on eBay and let's go to barcode and just see what this goes for. I'm just so curious if this is worth anything. Oh yeah, it's not even on there. This is probably an old, it feels like an old item. Let's take a look here. Let's just go to Google Image and we'll see if we can pull it up that way. Let's see. So I'm going into Google Image, looking at the comp, and then we're going to click off of all and click over to products because that's going to tell us what the price is. Looks like we have, here's one on eBay. I just never know with perfume stuff. Whoa. Damn. Bussin'. 134. I'm glad I picked this up. Holy shite. Damn. That's exciting when that happens. Yeah. We got to check the solds. That was a sold one. So that's great. Okay. All right. Next up, what else we got here in a box? Let's see. We got so many shoes. So much stuff. All right. Here's another backs of shoes. Men's shoes. $5, which I probably paid. I did pay $5 for these. So this is a lesson in she or he that snoozeth, loseth. So I was at a garage sale a couple weeks ago, and there was a guy there and a girl, and the guy said, just a second, I'm going to comp them. Or he said, I'm going to look them up. So while he's sitting there looking these shoes up, I'm like, well, if he's not going to buy them, I'm going to buy them. So I literally just picked them up, went over, and paid $5 and walked away. It's like, I'm not going to wait for you to keep comping it. Like, if you're not going to buy them, I'm going to give you a second, and then I'm going to buy them. So we're going to find out if these were worth a purchase, because I paid $5 for them. Let's take a look and see. Let's see if we've got, let's see how much they're going for. So it looks like maybe an Amazon scan. Maybe not. Let's take a look here. No. Okay, let's see. So we're just going to look them up. So these are the Dr. Comfort STK6620. Let's see if we can find these. Well, $48, baby. Ooh, 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 ooh. It was a vintage phone that sells for $150 because of the color. Dude, I love those ones. Got them. You got it. I did that on Whatnot the other night. Snooze, you lose, baby. The reptile guy, welcome in. Jen Deals, good to see you. So happy to see you guys. Oh, wow. House of Goods has some good information up here, guys. Not sure about the baby, but a new rule and whatnot is it can't be older than 3 years old. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, great. Custom wood burning, welcome in. Thrift, I see you there. It is good to see you, Jen. And by the way, is that I thought that was a Star Wars. Was that a Star Wars? No. Your thing almost looked like a Star Wars thing for a second. I was going to say, I may be wearing a little Star Wars shirt myself. All right, let's go ahead and get a picture of these ones. So these are like a pair of men's Dr. Comfort somethings. So with these kind of shoes too, I always make sure down in, like if you look in like the keyword section, or like in the description is where I'll put this. I usually will put, there's a couple different things I'll put down in there to trigger for search engine optimization. And that is arch support, heel support, and plantar fasciitis. I know that sounds like an insane word. I don't know how to spell it, but my keywords do, but I think it's plantar, and I think this is going to be spelled wrong, I think, but it might be this. It might be that. So it's something like that. There are people, so plantar fasciitis is when the tendon in the middle of your arch is super tight. It winds up causing a ton of foot pain, and it usually leads to heel spurs, which is another great thing you can put in there. So when people are looking for shoes, they'll put things in like for things like this that are shoes that are specialty for that. They'll be like walking shoes for plantar fasciitis, comfortable shoes for arch support, comfortable shoes for heel spurs. So people will type that stuff in. And so that's just a great little thing for you to put down in your descriptions. It'll really help you. Hurts like crazy. I had a heel spur a few years ago. I got a blood clot in my leg. And it had to be surgically removed, but I was waiting for my insurance to clear it because that's the life that we live in the United States. And so because of that, I was super immobile for like about 4 months. I had to scoot around the house on a stool because the clot in the back of my leg was so bad that if I stood up, it would go, and it hurt so bad. But because of that, my tendons in my foot got super tight from not like walking and being active. So I got a heel spur, and I'm telling you, that sucker hurt like nothing. That is nothing to mess with. It hurt so bad. I couldn't put any pressure on my heel. It was terrible. I had to do red light therapy on it. I had to do all these like activator things, and it was horrible. So moral of the story is people that are looking for these kind of shoes are really looking for those kind of shoes. And so if you can put that down in your search engine, it'll help you. So yes, Kathy, welcome in. Oh my goodness. Welcome into the Nice Comp Show, where we talk about being old and having issues. Well, welcome. Happy to see everyone. All right. So let's see. Oh, this is weird. Okay, so this is interesting. There is a foot insert in here for one of them. Are they supposed to have foot inserts? Interesting. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look in this one shoe here. Oh, yeah, interesting. Those look totally different than that one, though. So I am wondering, I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll just take a picture of all of it together, and then someone that buys them can figure it out. I'll just mark them down like $6 less than anybody else. And then somebody can get their own inserts, or maybe they're not supposed to have inserts. I'm not really sure. Those look different than the ones I see there, though. All right, so we're going to get a picture here. We're going to do our active photo first. And then we'll do side back, side, and then we'll do kind of insides / bottoms. And then I'll take a picture of these insides here because I think, I can't tell. There's only one in there though. So somebody's going to have to probably buy an insert, or maybe you're supposed to buy an insert for them depending on which ones you want. Not sure. But that's okay because that's for someone else to figure out. Okay, I'm going to throw those in there. And let's take a look here. That there. Boom. Done. This must have been an original shipping label. Yeah. All right. There's that. And moving right along. Okay, what else do we got here? We've got an arrow garden. So I picked this up for $5 at a sale. We are going to attempt to get that Sharpie off. And I've tried the dry erase on the dry erase, and I have never had success with it. So I am going to use a little bit of acetone, 100% acetone, but I'm going to make sure that I go so crazy light on it because I don't want the box to get wet. So I'm just going to like barely touch it and then do a little wipe. Barely touch it, do a little wipe, get a little bit more on there, and I think we're going to be good to go. I don't know, does anybody else have success with the dry erase marker on the Sharpie thing? I don't know why, but it just does not work for me. So that's good there. Still, it's still like a little, you can still see that like a tiny, tiny bit, but, and I'm going to use my blow dryer. We're going to dry the edge here, make it all nice and dry. I have a new follow. I bookmarked your shows. Thank you! I appreciate it. All right, so a little blow dryer there, and there we go. Kate's Clothes, welcome in. Raider Ken, I'll make sure I get you followed. I have an ancient one of those I want to try and sell. They sell, Diz. Especially, so AeroGarden actually went out of business about a year and a half ago. They are coming back. But because they went out of business, these can be worth some good money. So for sure, definitely worth checking out. So now I got to make sure everything's here. This looks new. Oh yeah, this is new. This has never been opened. So we're just going to take a picture as is. And then I'll show you something I kind of do just to protect myself. Because when you've been doing this long enough, you learn that unfortunately there are just scammy people out there. So you got to make sure that you protect yourself. So I usually take a picture of kind of everything that's in it. That way if they try to say, oh, you sent me this, but it wasn't here, like I can say, no, it's here. I've got pictures of everything. So, all right, there's that. There's that. So we're going to get a picture of the fact that there's the seed kit. We're going to get the actual unit is in here. And then the top is here as well. Perfect. That way they cannot tell me that it didn't come with something. Because unfortunately there are those people that are out there that are scammy, which is a bummer. All right, next up here. We've got a little Sharper Image heated neck wrap. Just simple little, your neck's giving you pain situation. And let's get that, and then bottom. And then we'll get a picture of the inside of it just to prove that it's here. You know, hard goods are so fast to photograph, but I don't know why. I just don't find it as fun as clothing. I think that's why I usually sell most of the hard goods that I have on Whatnot. You guys will notice the stuff I'm selling tonight is either stuff that wouldn't fit in a 12 by 12 by 12 box, or it's like the perfumes and stuff. Otherwise, I think, gosh, 90% of the stuff that we purchase is ran through Whatnot. Like I let you guys try to get it first, and then if nobody gets it, then we just put it up on the bay. How do you look up comps on an item? You know what, Andy, that's a really good question. Let's go ahead and use something like, let's go ahead and use like this Arrow Garden, for instance. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. If there is a barcode on the bottom of an item, let me just make it so I can see this. If there's a barcode on the bottom of an item, you can go into, the easiest way is to go into the Bay, EBAY, and you go up here in the corner, you'll see a little camera. And if you click on that camera, it's going to give you some choices. It'll allow you to look up something by the image or by the barcode. Now, unfortunately, the image thing on the Bay does not work very well. I only use the barcode. So what you do is just go to the barcode here, and then it's going to pull up all of those that are for sale. Okay. Then what you're looking for is, what are the prices people are generally asking for this? So it looks like this is going for anywhere, it looks like between around $40. That's got a free delivery on it for 45. So I'd say probably around anywhere between $35 to $40 is about what looks like people are asking. Now, here's the thing though. What people are asking for the item doesn't necessarily mean that's what the item is worth. So then what you do, once you have found your item, then if you click up here in the corner where it says filter and you scroll down here, you're going to go to show more. And this is what's called looking up a comp. So if we scroll down, henceforth my name, nice comps. If you scroll down here to where it says sold item, you're going to click on that, and that is going to tell you what these have recently sold for. So there's one for 40, but that's got free delivery. This one is 30 with an 823 delivery. This one is 40 with a $5 delivery. So it looks like they're selling for around 35 bucks maybe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the price that they are asking for them. I'm going to look at what they've been selling for, and I'm going to kind of make a price right around there. Now, one of the things I do with my store is I constantly run a 10% off sale in my eBay. So I mark everything up 10% higher than what I would want it to be, so that once the price settles, it looks like the item's on sale. And it also is around the same price as everybody else. I may try to undercut by 50 cents, or maybe I'll make the shipping 50 cents less or something like that, just as like a little enticement. Now, that's how you look up something and find out what it should sell for when it has a barcode. If the item doesn't have a barcode, though, let's say that it is a clothing item. For instance, this is a disgusting incredible Ed Hardy shirt that I just came across. I mean, it's too much. I actually had to sew a button on it, which is why it's in here. But so for something like this though, it's not going to have a barcode. So you can look it up by just simply doing a Google Lens search. So if you go into Google Lens, so go into Google and you'll see the little camera icon there on the search. You just click on that, and then you're going to take a picture of the item. And what it's going to do is it's going to pull up anyone else that is selling that item. So if I scroll down here, I can see there's one for sale for 130. There's one for sale for 80. Now, size matters. This is a super larger one, which means it'll go for more money. If it was a size small, it would go for less. Now, here's a part of the trick that a lot of people don't do, though. So if you just look at all, it shows you everything. But if you click on products, it'll directly show you what it's selling for on the Bay, on the Depoppers, on Poshmarkies, on Mercari, and it's going to show you exactly what it is selling for on those platforms. And that's where we're selling. So that's where we know. So now we know kind of what it's going to sell for. Now, if you wanted to take that a step further, you could go in to the listing itself, and you might not find the exact item, but you're going to find something close to it. Now, what you can do there is you can look and see what the person's selling it for. You can also just copy that, go into and paste that into the search in the Bay, And then you're going to see what all of those are selling for that are around that style. So that's how you do clothing. Barcode is different than the Google Lens. I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much. You're a natural teacher. Oh, Tenacious, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. That makes me feel really good. So hopefully that helps you guys out. That was the thing that Google Lens is the GOAT. That is the thing I had the hardest time with in the beginning, was trying to figure out how to find out what something is worth. And so using that barcode in eBay, using the Google Lens for everything else, and then making sure you're not just looking at what they're selling it for, but what it's sold for. Because nobody cares what someone's asking for the item, right? We only care what it's sold for. Now, for those of you that I already know that this question is coming, are all the things that say sold actually sold? Well, no, now here's a trick. So a lot of times what people will do, and you'll see this with something like Beanie Babies, is you'll see something sold for $2,000 and you're like, how is that Beanie Baby worth that much? Well, here's what they do. They list their item and then they delist it and it shows that it's sold. Even if it wasn't technically sold, it shows sold in eBay. Now, I wish that they'd fix that and change that. It's a thing that they've never fixed, and I can't believe they haven't. So when you see those sold comps, take some of it with a grain of salt. If you see something sold for a really fishy, crazy price, it probably didn't. It's probably somebody that listed that item, then delisted it and made it look sold. So I always just say keep your eye out for those, because every once in a while you'll come across something, you'll think something you have is worth so much money and it's not. So when you're outsourcing and you're trying to figure out if you should pick something up, or someone's trying to convince you that something is worth a ton of money and they're like, no, look in eBay, take a second, pause, and then maybe look and just see, is there more than one of those that have sold? Is it only one time that one item sold for that much? That feels a little bit fishy. And if it flops like a fish and smells like a fish, it's probably a fish. And so at that point, you just got to take a little bit of pause. That's kind of an advanced course there. But I want to save somebody from spending a bunch of money on something that isn't really worth much. So yeah, you're so welcome. Yeah, yikes. I delist every now and then on my no Tenacious. So even no. So if I sell on Poshy and it delists on eBay, it's still going to show as sold. So no, you're fine. Everybody does it. It's just it's part of the. It's a cog in the wheel. It's just something that I wish that eBay could fix. I wish that instead of it saying sold, it would say like delisted. Sometimes you'll see it. Sometimes it'll say this item is no longer available. And a lot of times, if a cross listing software has taken it down, like Nifty, sometimes that'll trigger that. So it's like a 50-50. Sometimes it'll say sold. Sometimes it'll say this item is no longer available. I just wish it was something within eBay's, code that they could figure out and fix. It's one of those weird things that I can't believe they've never really figured it out. So yes, and there are those bots out there for sure that do that. Advice on how to get my sales and views up on here. I sell pre-owned women's clothing. Kate, that's a great question. So one of the things that I have learned is that community is worth everything, right? We always say it's not about your net worth, it's your network, right? So we want to make friends with people and we want to build a community. And so for me, so I only do shows where I sell things on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Saturdays we will run things if we're out and about and someone sees something while we're garage sailing, we'll run that. But my real shows where I sell stuff is only on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I come on here and we hang out for an hour or two and we photograph clothing, or we photograph hard goods, or sometimes I do shipping. We just, we shoot the shite, we hang out, we chill, and we meet people and we meet each other. When I get off of here, we're probably going to have 25 or 30 new followers. I'll get to go in and follow them back. And then I like to leave little messages. I don't know if anyone that has ever had a show, if I follow you, you maybe have gotten a nice little message in the morning that says like, have a great show in your show. So I'm constantly trying to build those friendships because I truly believe that we're better together, and that's how we grow. It's not about what we sell, it's about who we sell it to, because everyone that we're selling stuff to, these are all people, right? We're all humans in here. I can just go on here and not make friends and not be worried about anybody and just selling stuff. And it's going to take me a lot longer. So I'm constantly trying to shout people out. I'm constantly trying to build this network and friendship. We've got everyone that follows us that comes in is immediately part of the Nice Comps crew. You guys are family. That's really what it's all about. And so we're newer over here as well. We're still growing, we're still learning, we're still figuring it all out. We do a lot of fun giveaways. We try to keep the show lively and fun, and we try to make it not just about selling the items, but creating that personal relationship. So if I had any advice to give, that is the advice I would give. I value every single person that comes in here, and I try to remember a little something about them, or just something to make it more about the human connection. It is something we're missing in this society, and I think that's why Whatnot has become so big, is because so back in my day, we'd go to the mall, right? It's the 90s. You're going to go to the mall. You're hanging out. That mall is hopping. It is popping. All of your friends are going to be there. You're getting a Mrs. Fields cookie. You're getting an Orange Julius. You're going to play some video games. You're going to go into Sam Goody. You're going to go into Hot Topic back when Hot Topic used to be awesome. You are smelling all the smells at Buckle. You are walking by to check out the Hot Boys at Abercrombie and Fitch. Like, you are there. You are hanging out with people. It's community. Back then, the mall's idea wasn't about selling items. Oh, Pixie, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Did you just do a sponsored giveaway? Pixie, was that a sponsored giveaway? Oh my God. Okay, if that was, we'll be running that on tomorrow night's show. So make sure you guys come in tomorrow night's show. If that was a sponsored giveaway, you're gonna get a shout out. You're gonna get a gift from us, and we'll run that on the giveaway. Yay! Awesome, Pixie. Thank you so much. That's amazing. You're the first person that's ever done that. I don't know if you know that. That's the very first sponsored giveaway we've ever had anyone get. So my good friend Bearded is the one that told me to do that. He's like, no, people will do that. I'm like, really? He's like, no, it's awesome. So awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Anyway, so back in the day at the mall, we'd all hang out, and that was the place where we like chilled. It was cool. It was fun. It wasn't about the buying of the clothes. It was the experience, right? Well, that experience is gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. There's malls and there's things you can go to, and I get it. But it ain't like it used to be. And anyone that is over the age of 30 in here can tell you it is not like it used to be. The mall is not a community hangout anymore. And so what Whatnot is it's your own virtual mall within your home. So what am I going to do? I want to have fun little things in the background. I want to do little giveaway things. I want to get to know all the chat. I want to give you an Orange Julius. I want to get you a Mrs. Fields cookie. We want to hang out. We want to just be human beings and feel like we're part of something. Because then when you buy that shirt, it's so much cooler, right? It's so much fun. Raider says, I miss going to the arcade. Yes, exactly. So Whatnot is giving you the ability to create an arcade experience, right? You can have bright lights, and you can have this, and you can have that, and you just come on and you have fun and have a good time with it. And if you don't worry about the sales, if you don't focus on the money, and you don't focus on the income, and you just focus on the fun, friendship, and freedom that this gives you, you will grow. You will get more followers. You will get bigger. You will get a community of people that come in and participate and show up. We got people that show up to every single one of our shows. Just One More Chapter is our mod. This is literally somebody, I think Just One More, didn't we meet on Instagram? Like literally, and she's become part of the family. She comes in and mods for us. She doesn't ask for anything. She just does it out of the goodness of her heart because she's an amazing person. Dizzy shows up every single time. Cindy shows up every single time. It's not even that they're buying stuff at every single show. It's the showing up to hang out. And that's really what it's about. So if you can create that environment, and you don't have to be loud and crazy and insane like me. I watch a lot of people who are very I watch Inga. You guys watch her, Inga? She talks like this. She's got a Russian accent. She's a little quiet. She's just really nice. She shows stuff. She hangs out. She does great. She's in a premier shop. She's amazing, right? And she's not loud. She just creates this community of remembering her people. ZK Styles is another one of those people. Love watching her shows. She remembers people. She talks to you. Bearded is so good about that too. He remembers his people. He knows House of Coop. That's why I love following them too. There's so many sellers out there that they remember you. They create an environment, and that is what it is all about. I hope that was like kind of a tangent. Sorry, but I you got me fired up about that one. Levity advice so true. We're missing our mall hangout time. We really are. I mean, that between what happened with the Rona and ever since then, there's just been this disconnect of people. And I think Whatnot is bringing that back. And I think that's why Whatnot is becoming the place to hang out for sure. So yeah, thanks, you guys. Thanks for the compliments. I appreciate that. Okay, let's keep going here and get some more stuff photographed here. Let's see. We're gonna take a little sip of coffee, little sip of the Java. It takes me 3 hours to have my morning coffee. All right. Now, the next thing. This is why you dig. This is why we are trash pirates. Yarg! And we go to the side of the roads and we dig in garbage. I got this out of a bucket of a bunch of broken, busted old stuff, okay? Now, this may not look like much to you. And you're like, Pez, well, that's not really worth much. But if you look at the back of that, you will see it says 1978. And then at the bottom here, it's got no feet. Now, we're going to get some pictures of this. And then I'm going to show you what these go for. And you are literally going to have your mind blown. So let me get some pictures here of this guy. There's that. We got here. We got here. We're going to get a close-up of the writing here. Bottom. Got to get that bottom where they can see it's flat foot. And then also showing that it still opens. Perfect. All right. Are you guys ready for this? Your mind is about to be literally blown. So we're going to go in to our photo here. We're going to, anybody interested in a shortcut? Okay. So if you go into your photos, now this is an iPhone shortcut. Android probably has a version of this. But what we're going to do is we're going to go into our item. Then if you pull up on the item here, you're able to type notes in. So if you want little notes to remember things about an item, you can do that there. So that's one shortcut. The other shortcut is down here at the bottom where you've got the share button. If you click on that share button and then you click on search on Google, it'll automatically search for it on Google. And so it just pulls it up. So you can find stuff straight out of your pictures. When I figured that out, my mind was blown. All right. So we're going to go over to this so that you guys can see the comps on this. Here's one for sale for $299. Insane. So we are going to paste this here. And we are going to look. So that one's for $299. That's the only one like it. Let's go into, so we're in here. Then we're going to go into solds. And let's see if we can find this. All right. We've got one for $244, one for $200, one for $123. It was an auction, so it probably went for lower than it should have. Insane. All because my butt went like this with my overalls, my Duluth, and I got down and I dug in a bucket and I got out and I threw out all those toys I didn't want anymore. And I said, those are disgusting. And then I saw that Batman and it was like, oh, da-da. How did I know it's going to be worth money? Because I bought a lot of Pez when I first started doing reselling, thinking it was going to be worth so much money. and it was worth like nothing. But the amount of time and research I put in at that time to learn about Pez made me remember to look for the soft body Pez. So this has a soft head on it, and this is a 1970, I think it's a 1978. Let me get old eyes here. So these are called old, these are my things. I call them old eyes. So let's get old eyes here. Old eyes says 1978. DC Comics, Hong Kong, flat foot, incredible. So that's going to be a nice, so that's going to pay the power bill for the AC this month because I live in Texas and it's 987,000 degrees today. So we are going to put this in a Ziploc baggie so that it will stay safe. And then we will make a nice little profit on that one. So that's an exciting little piece. Yeah, House says, yeah. Dude, I felt so bad for Justin. So we had a really House, you probably had this too. We had a crazy storm here that last weekend. In fact, we didn't have internet all weekend, which was hard and insane. Fortunately, we have our Starlink that we use for when we go out garage sailing on Saturdays when we do all day garage sailing for y'all. So we had our Starlink. The storm made it so it was kind of hard to get reception. This was very, very, very spotty. Anyways, the storm was so crazy and so bad, and the electrical stuff was so bad that one of our outlets on the outside of our house got fried. Like lightning might have hit somewhere kind of close to it. So the outlet fried. So it like shut all of our outlets outside off, and it was crazy until the whole inside of the outlet thing got wet. So Justin yesterday had to go out and disassemble this entire outside socket, clean the whole thing out, do all of that. He was out there for like an hour and a half. Now, we're new homeowners, and so a lot of these things we've never done before, so it takes us longer. So he's got, YouTube videos, he's got his testers, he's figuring everything out. But he was out there for like an hour and a half. So eventually I was like, I'm gonna go check on him. So I went out there, and he's just literally drenched. And I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm fine. I'm like, do you have water? He's like, I'm fine. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, I broke the thing the first time and I had to redo it, but it's okay. I figured it out. I did this and that and then. And he looks at me and he's just covered in sweat. And I was like, Texas, because it's so hot. But I'm proud of him. He figured it out. He, faith over fear. We conquered our everything. We take things on. We learn. We're stretching as we're growing, all those good things. And so now he knows how to change an outlet door socket. The joys of owning a home in Texas. Man, you're telling me every time something breaks outside or something like the lawn needs to be mowed so bad right now. And so he meant to get up this morning, I think, and do it. But didn't get a chance to because he's building a little thing online. And so he got sucked into that. And so I look at him and he's like, I'm not mowing this afternoon. I'm like, no, it's like 102 degrees. It's so humid. We're just talking about moving to Texas, maybe not. So here's the thing. I love it here. You just have to be prepared for a few months out of the year to just be brutally hot. You get used to it though. You wear a lot of dry fit clothing. Not having snow, having things be inexpensive, having the amazing food, having the amazing people, it's all worth it. Now, we're right outside of Austin, so we're in like quote unquote Texas. I think a lot of Texans don't even consider Austin Texas because it's basically Seattle with heat. But I love it here. I wouldn't move for the world. I absolutely love it here. We used to live in Washington, and it was beautiful, but it rained all the time. So it was very depressing. And I just love the sunshine and stuff. You just have to be prepared for the heat. Yeah, we're just preheating. I know, Diz. We haven't even reached hot yet. This is the beginning of summer. Oh, Wichita Falls. My best friend growing up, my first best friend ever, her name was Diane Cossey, and she was from Wichita Falls, Texas. And I found her on Facebook a few years ago. It was so neat to see her. Her daughter looks just like she did at that age. Getting our AC replaced today. It's 112 in AZ. Broke Dance Mom, I think, was it you that was supposed to have a show and then you had to cancel it because you had to get AC? Was that you or was that somebody else? That was going up here. Yeah, stay up north like Austin area. Exactly. I love it here. I really do. I mean, the live music outside, I'm a live music person. We go and see as much live music as we can. So getting to see that and the food here is like, A girl can eat. And it's so good here. Oh, you haven't started selling it. Okay. So Broke Dance Mom, there's someone I was popping in their show and I said, have a good show. And they said, oh, I'm going to have to move it because our AC broke. I'm getting an AC unit today. So I was thinking maybe that was you. Food and music scene in Austin is fire. I love it here so much. I have a generator and a window unit and a fan plus numerous phone charging items on standby at all times now. Girl, kitten lady, you're telling me. Like we have everything constantly plugged in. Like we're prepared. We don't have a generator though. That is definitely something I would love to get just for the heat situation. Like if our power went out right now, we'd be dying. Joe Rogan has my husband wanting to go to Austin. Yeah, the hype's real. So Austin is Seattle in 2007. And what I mean by that is Seattle now is, because that's where we moved from, it's lost its je ne sais quoi. It's lost its weirdness. It's lost its mom and pop shops. It's lost its mom and pop restaurants and little stores and all the cool kitschy stuff that Seattle used to have. It just doesn't have that anymore. It's just become very like commercial and very techy, and it feels like any other city now. You can still have fun going to Pike Place Market and stuff for the day, but it's very expensive there, and it's just lost its cool old school, Nirvana style charm. It's lost all of that. Now, Austin reminds me so much of Seattle back in the day. Yes, tech has moved in, and yes, there's some of that, but there are so many independent business owners and independent business stores and independent restaurants and little mom and pop shops. And there's just the music scene is still huge here. It's not $1 billion to go see live music. Like it just has all the cool things that Seattle had, like Y2K era. So I think that's why I really like it. It's like I feel like I've gotten to go back in time and experience one of the greatest times in my mind. Like 2000 to 2010 is like perfection, right? I mean, the music was perfect, the food was great. Before, if you do it before 2008, you didn't have a recession. I mean, everything was booming. Like it was just such a fun time. Late 90s is great too, right? But like that early 2000s was like so awesome, and that's what Austin reminds me of. I know I'm like, everyone's gonna want to move to Austin now. No, go away. We're full. I find it to be comparable to New York City. I love it. Are you talking about with Seattle City Goat Skin Care? I don't know why I said your name like that. 2000 in Seattle. Time of my life. Time of my life. Lakeway is just north and not far, so you're still in a small town and still close to the lake and Austin. Okay, I haven't been to Lakeway yet. It's a great place to be a small business owner. Agreed. I was just talking about moving to Cali. There's a lot of people moving out of this area going back to California, which is interesting. But yeah. Okay. All right. Moving right along here. Let's go ahead and sit down. Let's do some shoe cleaning together. I think that's mainly the box items I was going to do for now. So let's go ahead and just hang out here for a little bit. We'll do a little shoe cleaning. We'll chat. So here is this. Here is that. I got my little station. So, and I told you guys I would show you what I got in my shoe cleaning kit. So I've experimented with a lot of different products, and I'll show you guys what I use, what I have found works the best. I have bought, washed, and sold thousands of pairs of shoes. So this is kind of what I've narrowed it down to. So number one, get yourself like a rag bucket. So these are just like our dish towels that were like, no longer viable. Like we use things until they literally are like falling apart because I don't like to put anything in a landfill. And so these are all of our old dish towels. So we've got that. That's number one. And then I'm going to sit down here and then we'll just kind of go through the stuff that I have. And I'll tell you guys why I have it, if anyone's interested. Now, there may be 0 people interested in this. I'm going to move you guys down just a little bit here. There might be 0 people interested in this. And if you're 0% interested, that's okay. But hopefully there's someone in here that would be interested. Dizzy is invested. Okay, here we go. Here's what we use. So number one, this is the best cleaner, in my opinion, for cleaning shoes. It is called Grandma's Sneaker Cleaner. It's super basic. It will not stain. It will not leave a soapy residue. It's just a really good cleaner. I even use it every once in a while just to like spot treat a little spot like on a shirt. It works really, really, really good. It doesn't have a weird smell. It's just a good cleaner. So number one, that's the first one I have. I'm the same way. I sew and everything is considered fabric. I hear you. Okay, number two is Goo Gone. This is great for like if anything has like sticky stuff on it at all, you can use this. This is safe on clothing as well as shoes. I wouldn't put it like where the leather is, probably. That would be my only thing, leather or suede. I'd probably keep it away from that in my opinion. Number three thing I use is the Wyman's leather cleaner. So this is what I use to clean cowboy boots, leather shoes, anything like that. It's just a nice, easy, simple leather cleaner. And then the next one I use is just suede. So this is for all of my nubuck leather as well as any shoes that have suede on it. I buy and resell a lot of Nikes, and a lot of the Nikes will have suede along the top or sides, like the leather nubuck style. And so this works really good and it won't leave any residue behind. And I just use a soft little bristle brush for that. Then I've got this one here. This is, in my opinion, the best leather conditioner. This is the Doc Martens leather conditioner. I've tried other ones before and I just wind up going back to this one over and over again. It's really nice too because it comes with like a little sponge that's inside of it, and then the item is underneath it. So it keeps it nice and moist as well as making it so that you always have a sponge, because you want to make sure the sponge you're using isn't going to leave residue. You also want to make sure it hasn't touched other chemicals and stuff like that. So those are the cleaners I use. That's really it. Like I said, I've tried so many other things. And then of course I've got my acetone that's for the whites around the shoes. But I'm just not as picky about the shoes, cleaning them, as I used to. Now, I am super lazy when it comes to scrubbing. So I use an electric brush. I have used this now for probably 7 months, and I freaking love it. You turn it on, and it cleans the shoes for you. So that's what I'm going to be using. The charge stays charged forever. I love this thing. And then if there's somewhere where I really can't get to it, it's like in a weird little nook and cranny, I'll use a toothbrush. And then last but not least is my pick. And I got this from just like the hardware store. It's just got a nice little tip on it here. So you can pop out rocks and stuff like that. So that is what I use now for cleaning shoes. That is the whole kit and caboodle of the shoe cleaning. Now, if you guys want to know where to get that stuff, if you just go to that link tree. So if you screenshot that and then go into a list, we have a list on there that says reseller supplies to get you started. All of that stuff is in there if you're wondering which ones to get. Anything that's in that list is stuff I actually use. I don't just put things up there. No one is paying me to advertise for things that I don't use. So those are all the items I use. Okay, so we're going to get this little kit down here, and then we'll go ahead and do some shoes here. And then, like I said, I am not as crazy about the cleaning as I used to be. Oh, wow, these are actually already almost clean. So these ones have, this is a perfect example. These ones have what looks like a sticker. That was probably sticker residue on there. So the first thing I'm going to try is the Just Suede cleaner. If that doesn't work, there's a sick little pair of Lopez's. If that doesn't work, then we'll go ahead and we can try a little Goo Gone on it. I just get a little hesitant on the Goo Gone, so I just spray a little on. And then we're just going to do this. And feel free to chat while we're doing this, guys. I mean, literally, we're just hanging out. So that there. We're going to try that. We're going to let it dry. And then we're going to see. And if it looks like it's still there, then we'll go ahead and do a little Goo Gone if we need to. But I'd rather not. So, all right. We'll leave that there. We'll leave those to dry and then moving right along. All right, next up here, we've got a pair of, looks like men's 511 Tacticals. They're in pretty good shape, so they don't need a whole lot. So what I'm going to do is we're going to spray a little bit of our grandma's sneaker cleaner here. And then we're going to take our little electric brush. You guys got to listen to an electric brush. Hopefully no one's offended. And here we go. So this is how easy it is to clean shoes. Now, I do wash a lot of stuff through the washer. If it's like something easy, just pop it in the wash. But if it's got leather on it or anything like that, I'm kind of weird about it. So I just take my little thing here. We let it do the work for us. Now we're just going to scrub these just a little bit. Do that. Do that. I usually give it maybe 20 to 30 seconds. A shoe. Turn that off. And we're going to wipe it down, take a look at it. So this is a perfect example of when the pick comes in play, and I'll show you what I mean. So they don't have to be perfect, guys. People are buying used shoes from you. But if there's any like gooberies, we've got some goobers there. So I am just going to take my little pick guy here, and we're just going to pick that out and get rid of whatever that is. And then we're just going to throw it in the garbage so I don't have to touch it. We'll put a little scrub over there. And just like magic, that's a clean shoe. And that is as clean as we're getting it. I'm not doing any more than that. Perfect. Great. It's a shoe. All right, we'll put that over here to dry. And then get the other one. And same thing. And here we go. Mini Piglet, welcome in. Guys, I'm going to go down here. I'm going to move you. I'm going to move you all slightly closer here. And then we're going to move you down a little bit here so we can hang out as a family. Okay. You guys are moving. We're moving. We're hanging out. Hanging out on the move. There we go. There we go. Now I can see y'all. Now we're hanging out with our Duluths. All right. And then we want to protect our beautiful overalls here. So we are going to put a little bib on. Lil Market, welcome in. Okay. Here we go. Next one's Grandma's sneaker cleaner. Boom. Done. Make it look pretty. There we go. And like I said, I do about 20 or 30 seconds on these. If you guys are just joining us and you have any shows coming up or anything, feel free to shout them out. If you already shouted out your show, shout it out again. I mean, heck, that's what we're here for, right? This is all about community, hanging out, making friends, making some money, supporting each other instead of the big box stores, because that's what it's all about. And then we're just going to wipe this down here. Take a look at it. And that is the extent of the shoe cleaning. We don't do any more than that. All right, there's that. All right, next pair. What do we got here? Oh, we have a pair of, ooh, nice old pair of Nikes. These going to be a good one. These going to fetch us some money. All right, so we got a nice little pair of Nikes here. This looks like a 2022 maybe. 2023. We do need to put the shoelace back in these ones though. Flash sale only. Show on Friday. Guys, make sure you follow House of Goods. You want to miss out on that one. That's amazing. I haven't planned a show, but I'll be doing one in the future. Andy, I'm looking forward to it. Tiff says, I love your overalls. I know, that's why we're protecting them with our little towel bib. Guys, this is how much I don't throw things away. This right here, I am not kidding, is literally my towel from when I was a kid. This is our childhood towel. This used to be that 1990s teal color, and we've washed it so much, and it's been through so much that it's now like a light green. But that's how long I will keep things. That also goes to show you, yeah, look at this. This probably says made in the USA. So it's a Dundee. Yep, made in the USA. Look at that old tag right there, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Made in the USA. Old school. That's what we like. Because back then, they made things and they didn't fall apart. There's no way a towel is going to last that long now. I mean, the last time we get all of our towels now just from Costco. I buy the white ones because then we're able to run them through the bleach load. Because if you have bright blue or pink or yellow or orange hair, it comes out on your towels. So I have to use towels I can bleach. So we just get the ones from Costco, but they really only last like maybe a couple hundred washes, if even. But the towels back in the day, man, all of that stuff lasted forever. I'm happy my parents' wedding towels from '69 that I still use. Diz, I love that. I love that about you. That makes me so happy. Costco towels are on sale really cheap right now. The Tiff, the white ones. If that's true, then I'm gonna have to get some because hey honey, Tiff said that the towels are the Costco towels are on sale super cheap right now. Yeah, we're gonna have to stop and get some because that is, girl, I am all about the sale. You show me sale, I am in. Wow. Oh my gosh. I don't think, look at that. The little tab thing was still in the shoe because it hadn't been threaded before. That's crazy. These are in good condition. Very good condition. 4 left, guys, on the stickers. I don't know. I'm hoping I can just order like another small pack maybe. I don't know. When we sell out, we may be sold out this time. I'm not sure. But Justin was definitely right. We definitely should have ordered more of them. Never underestimate the community. I just wasn't sure how many people would like them. So, and thanks you guys for sharing this show out too. I really appreciate it. So we're just threading some shoes here. Nothing too insane. But we'll keep on here for probably about 10 minutes more or so. My tummy is rumbling. I am getting close for lunch. 4 more stickers, says Haas. That's true. 4 more, you guys. Oh my God, that's so crazy. That's so crazy to me. I can't believe that they went that fast. That just feels very honoring and very good. All right, I'm going to teach you guys how to do what's called a factory direct knot. So when you are selling shoes, if you can tie your laces in a very specific way, it will send a message to the person's brain that the shoes are newer. So we're going to put our little insert in here. And yes, these work even for tennis shoes. And then we're going to do this. So how you do this is you take the shoes together. So you take the laces together. I hope you guys can see this. And you put your 2 fingers behind it. You guys are going to have to look down on the screen. Put your 2 fingers behind it. You wrap this around, and then you're going to bring it through that original loop. So if you go to a shoe store, you will notice that laces are all folded like that or tied like that because they are like that because they're meant to look like a factory released lace. That's how they come. So we're going to put that in there. We're going to do this one in here. And then show you again here. I know it's kind of low on the screen, but hopefully you can see it. So once again, you grab them. Then you take 2 fingers, you put it behind. So it's just kind of like resting on there. So you take that and then you bring this over and then bring this through. I had a couple people message me over the last like 3 weeks that said, I'm missing you doing your videos with all of your tips and tricks and stuff like that. And here's the thing, folks. So, and anyone that does social media can attest to this. Making videos and putting them up and stuff and everything is awesome. I love doing it, but it is really, really insanely time consuming. You know, a lot of people that do social media, they spend hours every day making the videos, editing the videos, and all that kind of stuff. And it just takes so much time. So that's why I try to give my tips and tricks on these shows. So if you guys like tips and tricks and you like learning and all that kind of stuff, you just got to come into the shows, right? I'm here Monday, Wednesday, Friday doing this. We talk about reselling all day on Saturdays. We garage sale from 8 in the morning till usually around 1 in the afternoon. And that's really the place to get them because it's so much time consuming. If I'm spending 2 hours, 6 days a week doing social media, that's 12 hours a week. Think about how many listings and work and stuff you can get done. So, thank you so much, House. I appreciate it. Yeah. So like I said, if you guys are looking for tips and tricks and stuff like that, you definitely want to, just follow me here, follow these videos. And if you don't get a chance to watch all of it, we put our videos, like right now, this is streaming on YouTube. So it'll all be there. If you're on YouTube, welcome in. And we're just here. We're just here hanging out and talking reselling. So I'm just spraying the bottom of these, kind of being careful on this to not get it onto the suede parts of the shoe because the top's really super clean. These were definitely incredibly lightly worn Nikes. So very, very, very good condition. These will get us definitely over $100. So, and I think they're in a 10.5, which is a great, 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 great size. So, you know, I tried running shoes on Whatnot here, and I don't know if anyone has had a lot of success, but of the like 30 pairs of shoes I have ran, I think we only sold like 2. So we are doing this thing during our shows now where we do something called Take 5. And we did it twice last night. It was the first time we did it, and it worked really, really good. So what we did is we did for 5 minutes, anything in our store was 25% off. And so if people saw something they liked, they would just copy and paste the name of the item, and then Justin would just run it at auction for 25% off. I know Cindy picked up some great stuff last night. Diz, I think, didn't you get something from that too? So that's kind of how we're going to do it. I think with shoes too now. It's like, hey, if you guys see a pair of shoes you like, we're just going to run it at a discount on there. You know, it wouldn't be as cheap as it would be if I was just putting it like you know, starting it at $5 or something. But I've also gone through the photographing and the cleaning and all that kind of stuff, and that all takes, you know, time. So you got to factor that in. That's why you're able to, you know, get stuff on Whatnot, because it's like, hey, the dust and lint are free, right? So we're going to go ahead and clean these to that point. I think that's pretty good. This does have a tiny little, oh, I think I can just get that off with my finger. When in doubt, use your finger to clean it out, right? So those are great. God, look at how nice those are. What a great condition. The white on the off-white. Oh, those are really pretty. Those are gorgeous. Love those. Okay, I'm such a sucker for Nikes. Oh, I just love them. I think they're so pretty. All right, so we're just going to loosen up this dirt a little bit. We're going to use our little cleaner on it here. Oh, Diz, you got the opera glasses. Oh, you got those for a great deal. Those are in really good condition. Like we when we got them, we tested them outside. I could literally like see into my neighbor's house, like across our big backyard. I was like, dang. They are very, very nice. I was thinking you got something. God, thanks so much for putting that clickable link in there. I appreciate that. That makes me feel really good. Yeah, and same thing. So God, our friend God here is just amazing. He's been doing this for about 6 months now. We are on this grind to get monetized over on YouTube. Now, I know that you can get monetized really easily if you put up a bunch of clickbait videos and people watch them, but that's just not my style. That's just not who I am as a person. No shade on anyone that does that. It's like, that's not how my brain thinks. And so we're trying to get there with just reseller, you know, views. But the key is you got to have a lot of hours. So you got to have like, I think it's 4,000 hours of videos that people have to watch. So people have to watch 4,000 hours for you to be able to get monetized. And getting monetized is great. It's not a whole bunch of extra money, but every little bit helps, you know. Not to mention that it's just more of a goal. Like I really want to get there. I really want to do it. It's something I set out and said I was going to do. And we've been working at it for like the last like 6 months trying to make it happen. And so God's been doing this since the beginning. He goes in and he just puts one of our playlists on you know, on a computer that he's not watching, it's just on the background or whatever, and it just plays our videos in order, and it helps to stack up those hours. So I am Maurice, I hope you know how incredibly grateful I truly am for everything that you've done. He's just a really great person. So that's my friend Idris to God. I call him God. And you guys can follow him. He's great. He's a newer seller here over on Whatnot too. You've done what, about 5 or 6 shows now, I think. I've gotten some great stuff from him. So, and it all comes like super fast. Great seller. Okay, so there are those. We're going to do one more pair, I think, together, and then I'm going to go ahead and get some lunch. This is the last one out of this box. So these are a pair of Nike Air Maxes. I think I might throw these in the wash, actually, you guys. I think I'm going to put these ones in the wash. So when it gets to this, now these are missing its insert. I knew that when I bought these. I got these for $2. So this is one of those, like, I can just sell them like this. Somebody can go in and they can buy or put inserts in. So they're still in like really good condition. But I think for these ones, I think I can just throw these in the wash. So I think that's what we're gonna do with those ones. Okay. All right. We're gonna put this back here. I'm gonna be cleaning shoes all day today. I'm on a shoe cleaning mission. We're gonna get this done. All right. I'm gonna head out of here, guys. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much for all the sticker purchases. And thank you guys so much for the sponsored giveaway. So we'll be for Pixie. We'll go ahead and run that giveaway on tomorrow night's show in honor and make sure to get a shout out. So Jaylish, just good to see you. Thanks so much. Junkie Punky, I was just talking about you. I was just telling everybody about how awesome you are. And I'm going to be putting your card here up on our reseller wall because we got a really nice little thank you. You can go into Junkie Punky's store and buy her little dog a little treat. And then she sends you some little stickers. I got some iron-on transfers. I got a nice little card. I got a hilarious sticker on the outside of it that says, "Whoops, I farted." It was like this crazy little amoeba thing. It was hilarious. It made me laugh so hard. So really cool seller. She's funky and she's fun and she's probably one of my favorite people I have found recently. So make sure you guys give her a follow. She's great. Bucky's, I haven't forgotten about you. I'm looking. I came across a hot pink Bucky shirt. But it was a large. And I know that's how you're looking for. I got you on my mind. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and raid somebody here. Let's take a look and see who we got on. So when you get over there, just let them know that you are in the Nice Comps crew. I'm going to type this out for you. So you can just copy and paste this with a bunch of random hearts or whatever you want. Just let them know you're in the Nice Comps crew. And let's go ahead and get somebody rated here. And just say hello. Stay for a minute, see what they got. And we'll move on. All right, let's go ahead and do, oh, my friend Cassandra's on. Let's go ahead and do Cassandra here. She's a wonderful, wonderful person. She's doing storage unit finds. You guys will love her. They're great. So bye, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for another mega blowout. All right. See you guys then. Bye, everybody.